Hi guys, how are you? Okay, so we have been focusing on Egyptian art. We just had a class talking about Egyptian jewelry and how beautiful it was and how it incorporated gold, turquoise. It could have incorporated animals, such as the beetle. It could have incorporated the bird. So you guys have to make an Egyptian necklace, your choice. I'm just going to show you a few images and share them with you again. So this is some of the images that we looked at. So one of the necklaces looked like an actual bird and it has a lot of turquoise. Another necklace had a lot of gold, which is actually, I love this one a lot. It's something that I would love to wear, even if it wasn't real gold. And it's kind of flat and it looks sort of like it looks, it has all these little pieces, green, turquoise, a little, not so much in this one. Some of it may have fallen off because it is an old Egyptian piece. This one has some elements of red and it has two birds on the end. Do you see that? So the idea is that you are going to be making your own Egyptian necklace. You can use the example of the hieroglyphics, which talked about how you can do the sitting lion, you could do the feather, you could do the bird that looks like a falcon, you could do the snake, and all kinds of different things that you can incorporate in your on your Egyptian necklace. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So the idea is that you are going to need one big white piece of paper, and for the most part, if we notice, the necklaces are very big and they're thick. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by doing this, which sort of looks like, if I were to put it this way, it would look like a rainbow arc, right? And then I'm going to go ahead, because I want it to be like it's wide, I'm going to go ahead, go in on this side. I hope you can see that. Go in on this side, sort of if I were doing an upside down rainbow. And then I'm going to go over here. So it ends up looking like a rainbow arch, right? And then I'm going to add other elements. So I actually would love to do the beetle because I really like the beetle, but I don't want the beetle to be the focus point. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it over here so you can see the beetle. And another thing that I want you to know is that most of the time when you're having necklaces, there's an element of symmetry, right? When you're doing a necklace, it's not just random. You kind of have to be mindful and you have to think of, how am I going to incorporate the jewelry? What I put to one side, I want to make sure that I do to the other side. See how I'm doing that beetle? I'm going to go turn around and do the same thing over here. It may not come out exactly the same size, but the idea is that it is the same size. Over here, I would love to have something that looks like wings. I'm not sure if I want to do a bird, but maybe I will go ahead and do a bird actually. Right? I like the concept of the whole wings. And even though they don't show a whole bird, I'm going to go ahead and do like wings coming over here and over there. So do you see that so far? And then it's going to be going upward, the wings. Again, this is my idea. You don't have to follow it. You can do your own thing. I just like the idea of the bird, but more importantly, like the wings. And I'm just trying to do it as in the center as I can. I'm going to do a big eye. And so I'm going to use sort of like the Egyptian eye makeup. I don't know if you can see that right there. And the eye over there. And then I'm going to do like different feathers over here. Remember, one of the criteria that we have to do, one of the things that you have to do for this is that you have to use at least some gold. Now, the amount of gold that you decide to use, it's entirely up to you. You might want to focus on mostly on turquoise, or you just might do a combination of different things. But it has to have some gold, because one of the things that Egyptian jewelry almost always has is gold. How much gold? It's up to you. And that looks pretty cool, I think, so far. And I'm just going to go ahead and dive in and color a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of red. I actually have a gold color pencil, so I will be coloring maybe some parts of the wing. I will put some gold over there. So if I decide to color this bird, let's say a turquoise or a dark red or even maybe a brown, it's like if almost like if the gold part is the jewelry part, like what we normally would put stones, I'm doing that with the gold for this particular piece or part of the necklace. Okay. Okay. All right. I think that's good so far. I still have some more to do. All right. So this is what I got so far. And I want to continue doing more design because the coloring part definitely looks great, but I want to focus also on the design aspect because it's supposed to incorporate. So I'm going to actually add a line on both sides over here and over here. Fix that up. And then maybe one more row of line. So again, whatever I'm doing to one side, I am also doing to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and make little like arches over here. So I can always color those different colors. I can maybe do a pattern of turquoise and red or of something else, but I want to make sure that it looks like designs there. Something else that I personally want to add to my necklace, you don't have to add it to your necklace, but I want to add to mine. And I definitely want you guys to do your own thing, is that I'm going to add extra little beads. So I'm adding something that looks sort of like dashes at the end, but I want my necklace to have not just look like a plate. I want it to have little sort of beads that are going to be hanging from there. So first I'm starting off by doing dashes on all over, all around. Because I'm rushing because I want to fit into the time limit that we have for the video, I'm going pretty fast. But if I were to be doing this on my own, I would take my time. I wouldn't want to rush. And I definitely wouldn't want to rush with the coloring process. So then now I am doing the little circles, which are like the little tiny beads that are going to be hanging out. When we meet again physical, I really want you guys to bring this into school so that we can share. And I want them to be big. I'm using cardstock paper, which is a thick paper. So if I were to cut it out, it would hold. Maybe we can laminate it. I'm not sure if that's what we're going to do, but it should definitely be the size of the paper in the length, or actually the width, right? So again, it's like you're repeating whatever you're doing to one side, you're repeating to the other. And I want to do maybe even some more, like I'll do waves. And I think what I would like to do also are leaves. That's something that I have a tendency of liking. So I'm going to do little leaves over here. On the other side, going ahead and doing those leaves. Definitely going to use some turquoise on this. Not sure exactly where yet, but I will be using turquoise and definitely gold. Let me see what I got so far. So far, this is what I have. I think it's turning out pretty cool. And so I have leaves over here. I have these little parts that if the necklace were out, it would be like this whole plate. And you see how this kind of dangles over here? That would also be dangling over here. My bird, maybe I want to put a flower over here, sort of like a tulip type of thing. And do that over here. And maybe some triangle zigzags over here. Repeating that again on the other side. Again, if I were doing this on my own without a time limit, I would be going much slower. The idea is to fill up the entire bit with a whole bunch of designs. So I'm not 100% done, but I'm going to stop the video now. I probably will be doing another little design over there, but this is what I got so far. And I'm going to probably color my beetles turquoise. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you have an awesome one. I'm looking forward to seeing how wonderful you're going to be creating with as many designs and decorations your ancient Egyptian necklace. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.